back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. The brand new Oyster Cookie is officially dropped in game. So in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my very first impressions. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, we've got Oyster Cookie, the brand new Super Epic. That's right. She's going to be a brand new Super Epic Cookie, just like Clotted Cream, and not only that, she's got a special banner just like he does. Taking a look here, you can see we've currently got her level boosted up to level 70 for the max level. She's going to be a support unit and then also placed in the rear. Then when it comes to her overall skill, it's going to be the Might of House Oyster at a default 17-second cooldown. Now, I'm going to show you guys in a second, there's going to be a very interesting mechanic that also caters with cooldown percent. Any cooldown reduction she receives, it actually helps her out. The skill says she summons soldiers of House Oyster and increases the crit percent and crit damage for herself and nearby allies for a certain amount of time. Yes, that means all of your other cookies that are on the same team. These summoned soldiers will immediately charge at the enemies, dealing damage, and then these soldiers will have an extra defense until the HP of their shields hit 0. Their shields will also be resistant to knockbacks and flying. I'm telling you right now, these guys are insane. I'll show you guys in a second. We covered a little bit of testing her in the live stream this morning, and it was absolutely ridiculous. It says when Oyster Cookie receives a cooldown reduction buff, instead of cooldown reduction, the number of Oyster soldiers and also their attack will increase. Ooh, so there it is. That's going to be what I was just explaining to you guys. Her default skill has got a 17-second cooldown, but if she receives any cooldown reduction, then it's going to, instead of giving her cooldown reduction, it's going to then summon more soldiers and increase their overall attack. It's going to absolutely be busted. So in gray here, we've got the soldiers' charge damage is going to be 162.9%. We've got the Oyster Soldiers cast is going to be 74.3% of attack, 179% of defense, and 118% of HP. The additional soldier section, we can get an extra Oyster Soldier for every minus 18% to cooldown, stacking up to 4 individual soldiers. Last but not least here we've got, and that's going to be Soldier's attack is going to be increasing by 0.9% for every 1% of cooldown reduction, and it can stack all the way up to 50% additional attack, which is absolutely insane, dude. So 100%, you want to be reducing her overall cooldown to increase the attack of those soldiers and to summon a maximum of all 4. And then the soldier's shield is going to be 60% of Oyster Soldier's HP. The defense is going to be 30%, and then the resistance to knockback and flying. And then they're also going to be providing that crit boost, which is going to be 16.5% for 17 seconds. And then also the crit damage boost, which is going to be 13% for 17 seconds. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, after testing her this morning via the live stream, she looks very, very promising. I mean, it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't want to actually say meta yet because I don't want to claim something that might be, discovered later on as maybe not as good as we expected, but nevertheless, she looks absolutely insane. I was testing her in PvP and also PvE on the live stream. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But I'm telling you, it might shift. It might shift. So now when it comes to overall toppings here, I went ahead and threw a Swift Chocolate set on her right now just to test her out, just to kind of get a first impressions on her, just because it would obviously reduce her overall cooldown, which in my opinion should give us more minions and increase their overall attack. However, though, a second set here that we can also test out, and that's going to be a full Searing Raspberry set, but with an emphasis on cooldown here. You can see we've got 8.4% cooldown. I just threw some toppings that I already had available, currently here in my arsenal. As you can see, nothing too crazy. They are going to be plus 12, but I just wanted to make sure that each one of them at least had one substat with cooldown, because again, we're trying to get that reduced so we can get more, soldiers and then also more attack on those soldiers. Alrighty, so then officially diving here into some gameplay, we're just going to be testing her out right off the bat at 8:30 in the Hall of Enlightenment. Now, I don't think that she's going to have any issue clearing this individual stage, but for the overall test, we're going to be utilizing, obviously, Pure Vanilla Cookie here to hopefully keep her alive, because again, I don't know how much damage she can actually tank. And not only that, for the very first test, we're just going to run her on full Swift Chocolates here, trying to reduce as much cooldown as we possibly can. We also do have 9% damage resistance on this set, which isn't going to be bad. And then for the 3 treasures, we're going to be utilizing the Old Pilgrim Scroll, the pin cushion, because again, she is providing those soldiers. So I'm curious to see if that does actually stack on top of the soldiers. And then not only that, the Jelly Watch, once again, to reduce the overall cooldown. Alrighty, so officially diving in here, man, we've got this bad boy on 1 point time speed. We got it on auto. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. As you can see right there, that's going to be the lunge of all three of the soldiers doing that pushback mechanic. Now, what's very interesting here is they have the same buffs. I don't know if they're actually getting any additional buffs from the pin cushion. So I wonder if that doesn't stack on the individual soldiers. But that pushback is absolutely going to come in clutch, especially for the overall arena. I can see it now probably being super broken once people start figuring out exactly what to run. So let's see if they can actually beat the overall stage. We've got 3 on the field currently. And so, okay, so very interesting. Maybe cooldown's not the best way to go for her. It doesn't look like the cooldown, I don't know, is it doing much? I mean, we get 3, which would be, what, 18 minus 18% at least? So we'll have to see. I think it's minus 8, every 18% we get 1 more soldier. So I think we'd have to probably increase the cooldown reduction even more on her skill to get the 4th soldier currently out. Dude, she destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed the cake boss. Okay, so 830, absolutely destroyed. Alrighty, so then officially diving into another test that I'm going to do. I'm just going to go big or go home. We've got stage 1430 here. We're going to be running this team. We've got Crunchy Chip in the front, Pumpkin Pie in the middle line with Eclair. We're going to be running the brand new Oyster Cookie and then also Cotton. As far as all 3 treasures go, we're going to be running the pin cushion, obviously because we've got a ton of summoners. We've got the Old Pilgrim Scroll here for the attack buff, and then also the Jelly Watch for the cooldown reduction. And now my whole plan here for this team is I'm really hoping that not only can I 3-star the stage, but I also want to compare the overall damage output by all the individual summoners and see how well she stacks up. Alrighty, so officially diving in here to stage 1430. Let's go ahead and bump up the speed to 1.5 so that way we're not waiting forever. But I'm very curious to see if she can even do this stage utilizing this team for 1 and for 2. I want to compare her overall damage compared to some of the other units. And again, this might not be the best team for the overall stage, so, you know, I don't even know if we can even beat it, to be honest with you. We're going to have to try it out and see what happens. But I'm very curious because, again, she is going to be summoning those soldiers, which I don't know. I mean, they look like they've got, well, I mean, they've got additional buffs here, so they're obviously receiving buffs from somebody. That might be from Pon and maybe also from Cotton. So we got to see. Ooh, dude, the damage is nice, but we're going to lose Crunchy Chip, so that's not going to be a 3-star clear probably. Unless if Cotton can somehow pull out a win, but I doubt she's going to be able to save him. There he goes. Yeah, I figured he was going to die. All right, so we're almost dead, though. We almost got him. Is that a 2-star clear? Yo, it's a 2-star clear. Let's go. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. All right, as far as the overall damage numbers, though, I'm very curious. Ooh, dude. 2.5 million, 2.5 mil, and 2.7, man. She did way more damage compared to even Eclair. And Eclair's a single, well, I mean, you know, basically a boss cookie. So very interesting. Very interesting. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and pick on one of my friends on my friends list, and that's going to be Kin203. Shout out to you, my friend. But nevertheless, we're going to be doing this exact same comp, running it into a double tank, or not technically a double tank, technically a single tank comp with Dark Cacao, but this is going to be a closer matchup. They're going to be utilizing Eclair Caramel Arrow with the Pomegranate buff, so probably going to be running a crit % build on Caramel Arrow, and they are going to be running the Robe and the Scythe, so we might lose. We might lose, but nevertheless, let's dive in here and check it out. All right, here we go. Kin203, can we shred you here with Oyster Cookie? Again, we're running a full Swift Chocolate set. Oh, dude, we got the win. Let's go. Alrighty, then checking out the overall damage, dude. Let's look at it. Ooh, we got 1.5 million on Crunchy Chip. We've got 1.3 million on Oyster, dude, and everybody else was pretty consistent, but she is coming in as the 2nd best damage dealer on the team. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to complete our video for today on my first impressions for the brand new Oyster Cookie. I just wanted to bring this information to you guys as soon as possible. She absolutely looks like she's going to be, you know, rising to the overall meta. Naturally, it's the very first day, only a couple of hours since the update has been out, so we've got a ton of testing that still needs to be done before we make any strong claims, but nevertheless, definitely looks very promising. You guys let me know what your thoughts are down below as always. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related, and I hope all of you guys have good luck on your oyster summons, complete those missions as soon as possible, and I will see you guys on the next one.